When it comes to preparedness, there is one topic that almost all preppers argue about, and that is the acquisition of your firearm. Well, I gotta tell you that a lot of preppers are set in their ways, and when it comes to that specific topic, it's either an AR-15 or an AK-47 or an AR-10, something like that. They are very specific, and if when you deviate from that, they will bat you to the point that you're like, are we all in this together, or am I doing something wrong? Well, I'm here to tell you that there is a lot of things to consider when it comes to preparedness, and everybody has their own mindset. And essentially, what I try to say here is that just because they will have a different perspective does not mean that you are wrong. You're not wrong. If you don't want to go with an AR-15, or you don't want to go with an AK-47, an AR-10, or an M1A, that is okay. In fact, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of reasons why you should not actually go with those platforms. And for full disclosure, I do own all of those platforms. So I'm just telling you what I have experienced in the past and failures that have occurred in my personal life. That way, you can take my failures as a learning experience for you. So when it comes to AR-15s, I mean, you have to understand that AR-15s shoot a very small projectile, and I have here, these are my reloading. Here's some 22 caliber, 69 grain bullets that I use to reload, and I'm gonna show you all so you guys can see the difference between one and the other. This is your typical 22, and that is the diameter that an AR-15 would take. This is a 69 grain little bullet, and you know, a lot of people are comfortable with this, but let me give you a different perspective based on a 30 caliber so you guys can see. This is what I reload on my 308 and on my 3006. This is it in comparison. Look, so right there you have a lot bigger mass than your standard. Well, this is not your standard. Your standard is 55 grain. This is 69, and this is 175 grain, by the way. So just to give you an idea. Now, AR-15, really good platform, but when it's really cold or they get dirty, they don't perform as well. Now, on that, the AK-47, I understand that is a lot more reliable, but accuracy is not the same as an AR. Let's get that out of the way. An M1A, 308, or a Garand in 3006. Again, with good barrel and good practice and whatnot, you can get the accuracy. They are more reliant than AR-15 in my opinion, but they cost a lot of money. All that I have mentioned before, and of course an AR-10 and 308, again, money, lots of money. For all those things that I have mentioned, money. Reloading, if you want to get into reloading, for this, you know, 308, semi-auto, any semi-auto, you're gonna need all of this. You know, that's right here. This actually is for the 308 that I was gonna reload in a little bit. And that takes a lot more time and more money to do all of those things, versus a good old hunting rifle. And you guys gonna be like, what? A hunting rifle? I don't want that ugly thing that, you know, can only put in a case of 30-30, for example, 6 in the tube, or, you know, maybe in a 30-06. And I'm giving you relatively very common calibers. You can put maybe 4 rounds, for example, in a Ruger guy gun. That's the one that I try to use the most. 30-06. 4 bullets. That's all you have. That's it. 4. But here's my thing, and I want you all to take this to heart. When it comes to reloading, here's what I need. I have this already, and I don't need dice or anything like that. All I need is this and these little things. You see? This is all I need to reload. That is it. This costs a lot less than the press and all of that good stuff. So right there, maybe Billy is up to something. Don't you guys think? The other thing is, hunting rifles are by far, in my opinion, more reliable than the rifles that I mentioned before. The reason why is because they are being tested on a daily basis. You probably have tested your hunting rifle more than anything else. Because when hunting season comes in, you need to put food on the table. So you are more inclined to get one, maybe two shots on that big animal or that deer, whatever it is you're hunting, and that's it, you're done. With the other ones, well, you spend a lot more time in the range because you want to practice and you want to throw yourself on the floor. You want to do all of those good things that are good to do, but you necessarily don't do it with a hunting rifle. Hunting rifle is more about patience, more about stalking and whatnot. Here's the other thing. People will not see you as a threat with a hunting rifle. People will see you as what you are, a hunter. And that's what you want to keep. That label on you. I'm a hunter. I am not a tactical person. I'm a hunter. That great man should come in place in here. You should be thinking about that. Now Billy is leaning into that whole great man mentality. You know, passing through, nobody pays attention to you, all of that good things. But if you have that black thing on you and you're all full of tactical stuff, people are going to look at you and be like, crap, something's going on. But if I go out like this, not like this, and I put my rifle, my hunting rifle on me, people are just going to see me as he's a hunter. He's just trying to put some food on his table. But guess what? That hunting rifle does the same job that those platforms that I mentioned before. And I venture to say that hunting rifle will do that job even better than those that I mentioned before. Here's the other thing. We all preppers have to be very careful with our money. We have, most all of us, limited amount of money that we can spend. What do you rather spend your money on? And a good hunting rifle that you're going to use for security, that you're going to use for hunting, that you're going to use for a lifetime, because hunting rifles a lot of times are passed on to kids and grandkids and whatnot. They are built to last. Literally. A Remington 700, if you had never seen one of those are built to last forever. So you're like, wait a second. Less moving parts, bolt action or lever action. They perform usually well in harsh conditions. Wait a second. I can reload with a very simple system. And people will not see me as a threat. Well, is all of those things worth considering a hunting rifle over those other platforms that I mentioned? Well, that will be completely up to you. It all depends. What do you think? What do you think you're going to need? Do you think that a 5.56 or a 223 will be enough for you? Do you think that a 308 will be enough for you? Or do you think that you are in a area where you need a bigger caliber? Do you think a 30.06 will be sufficient for you? Do you think a 338 Win Mag will be the one for you? It completely is up to you. However, my advice is hunting rifles usually cost a lot less than those platforms that I mentioned at the beginning. And the reason is simple. All you have to do with the hunting rifle is put a good scope on it and keep on going. The other rifles, you're going to put so many accessories on it that it's going to look like a Christmas tree, honestly. If you see some of mine, you will be like, what is going on here? Well, what is going on here is that the more accessories that I see, the more that I think I'm going to need. And at the end of the day, all I do is take it to the range, and that is it. That is it. They become flashy things instead of useful tools. Because if I run out of battery for my red dot, then I'm screwed. If I run out of battery on my flashlight, then I'm screwed. You see what I'm saying? Simple, in my opinion, is a lot better than complicated. Yes, we do like those awesome looking tools, because they are awesome looking. Let's not deny that. The awesomeness is there. But when it comes to spending your hard-earned money, if you are in the budget, I will recommend you to look more into the hunting tools than not the other ones. The hunting tools will give you more bang for your money. Right now, I am 100% sure that you can find a really good hunting tool for half than what you would expend in the other platforms. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. For those of you who are fixing to go at it in the comment section and be like, you don't know what you're talking about, this is nothing more than my opinion based on the tools that I have. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. Be respectful in the comment section below. That way I do not have to remove your comment, because a lot of people get touchy when it comes to this topic. And this is a topic that needs to be talked about. With that being said, I hope you have a great one. Like always, rock on, rip on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.